Good morning everybody, I'm Annihilator and you're at unforgiving. It's fantastic to have you all here. So today we're getting into all the news from 7 Days to Die Alpha 20 first live event launch. So let's get straight into all the juicy bits right now. So first things first, they are doing a Unity update. So they're moving up to the latest version of Unity for Alpha 20. So that is going to let them fix a lot of bugs and get a bit more performance out of Unity itself. Random Gen will be getting an update. They gave quite a bit of information on this, but not too much because they want the actual developers who are working on it to give the updates. But they did say it's a all hands on deck update, so it should fix all the funky roads and cliffs that go everywhere. So we'll just have to wait for another live stream to get that information. Vehicle mods are coming, so you'll be a whole new tinting system. There's vehicle critical system, but again, they didn't give us much more detail than that. Other than that, there is a tinting system, so the cars will be able to be different colors, and you'll be able to damage engine and suspension and bits and pieces of the car if you hit rocks and zombies and buildings and things like that. So there is a shape menu overhaul. They did not demonstrate this at all, so we're just going on what Joel said. So what that sounds like is there'll be different tabs in the shape menu. So it's going to streamline the way we build and create new buildings in 7 Days to Die. So like tab 1 will be all your basic shapes. Tab 2 will be your more advanced shape. Tab 3 will be decorations. And apparently they're going to let us build coffee pots. Okay, there's obviously going to be a limit because these coffee pots are extremely high resolution and lots of polygons. So if you're going to spend 50,000 of them, it's going to crash the game. So let us see how that turns out. Guys, if you like this kind of content, please do give it a thumbs up, click on that bell icon, and do subscribe. I really do want to make this my future career. Have a great day. So dynamic imposters are fake buildings, for lack of a better word. How they work, when the map is generated, every building is pre-placed and a illusion of the building is put there for distance calculation, level of detail, things like that. With this new system, if you blow up that building, remove it, renovate it, whatever the case may be, it will then update that dynamic imposter to reflect the new status. Instead of like when you build your base at a POI and you come back from a distance like on your bike or your motorbike, whatever, it will then reflect that new status of the building and not be the old building, which is a really, really good thing in my opinion. I really hated like renovating a building and looking at it from a distance and it's still the old rubbish building. So I really like that one. So there is also something called a micro splat update. They gave next to no information on that. It's to deal with the shaders and basically it improves performance. That's what the micro splats does. There is a new option for those really hardcore players called Feral Sense. This is a sliding scale and it makes the zombies find you easier or harder. So you could literally have it as difficult as Horde Night every night or every day. So it seems the zombies, it changes how hard or easy the zombies are able to detect you, which if you like a balls to the wall, 200% difficulty, all the bells and whistles kind of player, this is for you. Because then you can make it really, really insanely difficult. I don't think I'll be going quite that hardcore. Pipe weapons are coming in. Now, this is a tier below everything else. So it is new revolver. Everything is going to get a pipe weapon. And this seems to be the last iteration of weapons that is coming into the game. This is to flesh out the low-end game some more. Yeah, there's been a bit of complaints of the new progression system, but that we'll get to a bit later. So they didn't show any of the new pipe weapons. All we know is the new pipe weapons are coming. So there's a revolver and a shotgun and an SMG. But other than that, we don't know any more than that. There is a trader-to-trader progression as well that is coming in. That is going to work hand in hand with a biome progression as well. So you'll be able to, okay, this trader you need to do X amount of quests. This trader you need to get this amount of quests to unlock a third or fourth trader. So which is really nice. The biome progression is working on the same kind of principle. The wasteland is going to be really difficult, really tough to live in. There's going to be radiation there. They're adding that back in if they can get it to work decently. and there's going to be really hardcore. You're not going to be able to take like a level 1 character into the wasteland and expect to survive very long, because it's going to be hard zombies. But on the converse side of thing, you're going to be at the burst loot in the most difficult areas, which kind of does make sense. So if you want to get good weapons on day 1, you're going to have to go to the wasteland and fend for yourself there. There is new points of interest coming in. They again didn't show any of them off, barring the one, which we'll show here now. It's a small little gas station, more of a diesel station than gas, but hey. And there is new environmental art as well. That will be shown at a later live stream. The area and sleeper tool improvements. So this is a big one. Zombies can now crawl through a 1 meter block hole in the wall. So if you've got a hole, they can now get through that. If it's 1 by 1, they can get through that, which changes things dramatically, because normally they couldn't do that. You could leave holes in your base every which way, and now they can actually take advantage of gaps in your base. So it can destroy 1 block and get in, which is going to change things quite dramatically, I do think. There is also new AI that has been developed. The AI is getting updated and changed all the time. Water is getting a complete rework. They know it looks rubbish. They know it doesn't work. It is getting a complete overhaul. I know Fatal at the Fun Pimps, he's the lead dev. He's been working on that quite a while. He's removed a whole bunch of old code, so it doesn't look any different, but it's nowhere near as heavy on performance, and it doesn't break as easily. But there will still be more to be shown on that. He hasn't shown anything yet on the forums or in the update, so we just have to wait and see what it's going to look like. Now, another huge one, we've got some of these, and I'll show all of them. There's a whole bunch of new outfits or armors. So they showed off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So the farmer outfit, the lumberjack, miner, nerd, nomad, and scavenger. Now, the farmer and lumberjack are both light armors, and wearing these outfits, as they are called, gives you different bonuses. Like wearing a lumberjack gloves will get you more wood per chop, kind of in a thing. And if you wear the whole outfit, it gives you more wood and keeps you warm in the snow, and you don't get slowed down, things like that. So each one of these I'll go through in a separate video, because they are quite in depth, so we need to break all of these down a bit more. So currently there are more than just these. There's a farmer, which obviously you get more seeds when you farm and things like that. The lumberjack, pretty much what it says, gives you more wood. The miner outfit looks freaking fantastic. I really like the look of that. So you can carry more ore, and currently the perks will get adjusted. You don't get slowed down when carrying ore, which is really cool. There's the nerd, which is obviously for science and making things. There's the nomad. The nomad gave a very Fallout, a New Vegas kind of look, also really cool. Got a full gas mask and a trench coat, very, very cool looking. And the nomad, it doesn't take radiation damage as much as anybody else, which is a good thing if you want to go scavenge in the wastelands. The scavenger is also a nice one. It's light armor. The nomad is heavy armor, and so is the nerd is also heavy armor as well, which also gives you, its wrenches and things like that, gives you more loot per wrench swing. And there's the new nurse, as I mentioned. So this is what she looks like here. She actually looks like a real nurse and not a costume cosplay nurse, which is a nice effect. And you'll see her whole jaw is off on the one side. So it swings. They're actually going to increase that amount of swing that it has to increase the creepiness of it. And there are all new doors coming. So currently what happens when you break a door, so there's the door. Once you break it, that model gets swapped out for a new model, which doesn't, it works, but it doesn't look that great. So what's going to happen is the doors are going to be redone, and new material, so they will break down individually. So they won't be swapping models, so it will improve performance and look a hell of a lot better. They did show a video on the forums of a zombie coming through a door, actually destroying the door and flying through it and flying down a set of stairs. That looked really cool. If they can implement that in Alpha 20, that is really going to be cool. But that's it for now, guys. As I said, short, sharp. They did stream for over an hour last night, but it was more Q&A and questions and things like that, which I don't have